So glad you could join this meditation on healthy emotional boundaries. Welcome to all those that are present. And if you're listening to this meditation at another time besides our live meeting, finding a comfortable place to lie or to sit and placing a hand on your heart and another hand on your belly. Referencing yourself, checking in, allowing your breathing and heart rate to regulate as you, to the greatest extent you can, exit a state of stress or strain or tension and enter into a state of space and increasing peace, where there is room for you just as you are. You don't have to be more relaxed. You don't have to feel or think in a certain way. Just giving yourself permission and the space to be, noticing, breathing, and taking a moment in silence to check in and to make that reference to your belly and your heart. Healthy boundaries can often relate to certain areas. There can be certain aspects and parts of our life that come up more frequently. And you'll find your own area to explore today. An example of a very frequent area is the balance and the boundary with activity versus rest. And that may be an area that's active and a discovery point for you at this time in your life. And that also relates to wakefulness and sleep, allowing yourself to rest and to enter into a nervous system state where you really can be at rest when you're awake. And the timing of when you let yourself go to sleep, be asleep, stay asleep each day. So I'm inviting you to close your eyes, continue to make contact with your system and your being, your life force in the form of your breath. Deciding where you'd like to place your hand on your belly, a little lower in the middle or a little higher up, or even at the solar plexus. Where does it feel right to make that contact? Today we'll be inviting ourselves to become more aware of an aspect that needs more of a boundary, a healthy boundary. Or you might be aware of a boundary that you're maintaining that you really need to maintain and continue to stand in and to stand for yourself. So taking a moment with eyes closed and dropping a question in. What area might I need to create a clear line, a clear yes or a clear no, to increase my health and my peace and my well-being? Allow the question to settle and just give yourself a few moments as you make contact with both of your hands on your body to see what bubbles up. And as an area potentially arises, and this can be an area, one way to find it is an area where you might feel stuck or have tension or resentment or ill health, or it might just be an intuition early on that there's an area that needs this boundary, a boundary from you. And what we'll do in a moment is to name the experience and then also to name the need. So we'll guide and go together. First, allowing the area where input and boundary is needed from you in your life. Images may come to mind or feelings. And if you're having any difficulty finding an area, just thinking about any areas of tension or ill health or lack of ease. As that area comes forward, first, just explore the felt experience. What does it feel like physically? Thoughts? Emotion? And if you can, now intuiting and searching for the need that may be underneath, that may be trying to surface. The experience is there, but what is underneath it? What is it that you are needing? Seeing if you can name it very simply with as few words as possible. And then if you feel comfortable, you may just have a brief exchange with your deeper self. Some people call it the deeper part of themselves or their higher self or nature or just the source. And also just gently asking and naming what it is that you need. Just asking for something that's just a little bit beyond your ego, a little bit beyond your limited self, and just making a gentle, clear request for this need to be addressed and for you to take whatever part that you need to take as an active participant. Please clarify anything that I need to do or stop doing in order to address this surfacing real need. So making this gentle request. To have clarity and help for this need to be attended to by nature, attended to effortlessly, for it to be solved and resolved, and for anything that you may need to do for that to be clear, and for you to feel a sense of empowerment to be able to rise and to do or not do what is asked. Sometimes all that is needed is to stand and to feel that need and to be vulnerable and clear and calm with yourself and with anyone if it relates to the outside world in any way, with anything outside, whether it's a workplace, a relationship, a financial situation, or any aspect of life. Just asking and hoping and requesting an effortless meeting of this need. And all you need to do is your part. And after you've had a few moments to explore this, just letting it go and just feeling your hand on heart and hand on belly. letting go and trusting that you can be strong enough and that nature can meet you. So right now, just sitting peacefully. Try not to do anything, think anything, follow any instructions, just sitting with a gap, connecting with yourself in a positive way. Taking a break, creating some space for some of that to come in, some of that help, some of that empowerment, some of that clarity, but don't think about it. Just sit and take a break and rest. Let's take 3 deep breaths, and you might feel and press your hands into your torso as you're breathing. On the exhalation, let go and just remember, you don't have to remember to breathe. It happens all the time and you don't have to do anything, but consciously taking 2 more deep breaths, letting go, and 1 final breath. And just like activity, after you've done a little extra, then you can really rest and you kind of don't need to breathe so heavy. You can just let your breath breathe you, let nature breathe you, let your automatic positive systems breathe you, your autonomic nervous system. Just letting go, no need to control your breath. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes. And I'll encourage each of us to stretch. So stretching over your head. You might notice that yawn that happens when your arms go overhead, natural parasympathetic, and just looking to the left, looking to the right, which is also great parasympathetic influencing activity. And allowing your head to just gently rest on your shoulders. No need to hold your head stiff, just feeling a little micro movement in your head and coming back to your day or evening. And keeping that connection that's gentle and positive with you, and keeping that communication and having this meditation affect you, not just during the time where you press play, but also throughout the rest of your day and night and week and month. Thank you for joining.